Okay, I had to do some tests, and for whatever reason, my mic is extremely loud. Don't we love tests and stuff like that? Don't we love it? It's still pretty loud. I'm gonna get a new mic eventually. I'm also gonna get better graphics for this one computer, so that way I can actually start doing everything off of one computer with my 24 core, and hopefully get the latest graphics card out from NVIDIA, stuff like that. But anyways, here we are. Welcome to the stream that nobody expected would come. Welcome to the Hockey Boy Innate channel. I'm your host, Nathan Snyder, or Hockey Boy Innate, as most of you all know me as. Morgan's going to be on in a second. He's kind of talking to someone. He's got a call coming through, but he's doing his own thing. So yeah, that's all nice and all. But yeah, today we're just going to be getting into the gist of where what Delta's going to be doing. So first things first, I have to say a few things. First thing is that if you guys remember the Laura live stream that we had, then you guys probably would remember that Laura kind of killed the radar from Lake Charles. It just so happens that Delta is making landfall literally about 10 to 15 miles to the east of it, so it's basically going to impact Lake Charles again. In this case, we have no radar from Lake Charles, which is kind of stupid. Even though Oklahoma has their Doppler, their mobile Doppler radar and stuff like that, we don't have access to it on GR2. I might have access in WSV3, but I'm not willing to test WSV3 right now. So, do its own thing. So, we're going to be using 3 different radar sites. Don't know how effective either one will be, but we have one here in Houston, one here just to the south and west of Alexandria, and then we got one all the way over in New Orleans, but we won't really need to use that one unless if it's absolutely necessary. Say like a tornado warning or something like that. But regardless, we have that. And yeah, we've got this entire thing going for us, so nice to see that we had some people who came out to the stream. Very nice, very nice. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. And we might have a few more people coming in every now and then, but who knows. Oh, yeah, he's not here. Oh, geez, did you hear? Apparently, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what happened?
Somebody, one of the staff, like, deleted the whole server.
Oh, so Timo had an alt on the server, and he just, I think he deleted the server.
He didn't delete it, it's still on.
Well, yeah, but like he deleted everything in it.
That is a fucking joke.
Dude, honestly,
I don't know.
Anyway. We don't have fucking 80 members.
Oh well. Anyways, let's get on to Delta, shall we? We'll go into the latest of what's happening over there, and then we'll start getting into logistics and stuff like that. By the way, if I do get the new graphics card, say I do give my other computer to my little brother, then what will happen from there is I'll be able to run a lot of these programs a lot more efficiently due to the fact that obviously I'll have better graphics.
2060 is a little overkill for this stuff, dude. My guy, don't act like a 2060 is bad anything. This is mostly CPU.
Well,
CPU is fine.
no, because with Google Earth, it crashes because of the graphics card. So
I wouldn't say that for Google Earth Pro. Fucking
that's
2060.
that's literally what it says every single time when it crashes. It's always because of the graphics card.
Or fake news, because I can run it fine.
Yeah, dude. The 2060 is not bound, dude. Fucking Google Earth Pro. That shit, no.
Well, when it comes to me running missions and satellite imagery, it always fucks up. So, but that's all right. That's all right. Can't hear Butters and Morgan. Barely hear them. Here, let me turn it up.
You
for
updated
you.
your driver?
There you go.
Alright.
Yes, I have updated it.
Dad,
Yeah, is your BIOS updated?
Yes.
On your as your like.
Yes, yes. On my motherboard, it is updated.
Okay, you got the latest drivers for your CPU.
Yes, I've got everything. I double checked that after the crashes. So. But anyways, not that big of a deal right now. There aren't any missions right now. Blake friend, what's up, by the way? But as it continues to get closer and closer, it's really going to just start relying on just regular radar data. There isn't really much to go off of anyways. But we can take a look at Google Earth. We'll turn off the missions for now. We'll get the we'll get GOES 16 on here in a second. We'll do continental US, and we shall do. Let's do satellite. Let's do satellite imagery. Look a little bit cooler. It doesn't really look as cool as infrared. Let's go to color. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it's alright. It's going through now. At this lighthouse over near Cameron, it's sustained 41 knots, gusting to 51, which would be around 45 miles per hour. Gusting to around 55. Hasn't made landfall yet. Not officially, but it's probably going to relatively soon.
It's going to in a while.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit, but yeah, it's probably going to relatively soon. Let's see. Any chance of tornadic activities? Not really. I said that it was.
It freaking died.
Yeah, guys. Let's put it this way. I love how so many people were doomcasting this thing, saying, "Oh, it's going to be a Cat 3. It's going to be a major at landfall." If they paid attention to what was out in front of it, probably halfway through the Gulf, they would understand that the sea surface temperatures are around 27, 26 degrees Celsius, which is not very sustainable for hurricanes in general. Not to mention, there was around 50 to 60 knots of just regular shear because of a trough that pushed on through. And that would basically eradicate this storm. Now, if people didn't realize that shear killed this thing, it just freezes over on the side. I'm just going to give it to Matthew and say, you know what, have fun. But anyways.
Computer crash, I swear.
No, it didn't crash.
Yeah.
It's just the one on. It's just the lesser one.
Hearing us right now, I think Dave's computer went offline.
It didn't go offline. It just turned off for a second and then went up.
No, his computer died.
Dave's gone offline. I think his computer went crashing.
I'm still streaming on my end, so I'm fine.
So please put F in the chat for me.
You see, this is why if I just increase the power of the one computer and make it so that everything can go by, then it'll be fine. I didn't die, dude. I thought I'm probably still on.
Stand by.
I'm probably still on.
Please
It's alright. It's alright. Can you show us the path of Delta? Yeah, sure. I can do that real quickly. I'm gonna go into the old specifics. Do you guys mind? I'm trying to conduct a live stream here.
62.50 megahertz. Mount Washington Observatory on the summit of Mount Washington, New Hampshire.
Well, anyways. Not as smooth of a live stream as we'd like it to be in the beginning, but you know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. Which is also kind of the reason why I also wanted my, to get a better... I can now pin messages in my chat? Guys, this is revolutionary. I can now do what every other weather live streamer do, and basically put the rules in the chat, pin it, and make it so people will actually have to pay attention. This is great. That's not what I wanted to show you. Go back over here. That's fine. Anyways. Yeah, we'll talk about what's happening with Delta. I said before, this thing will probably not be a major when it hits the coast. And look what happened. It's a 105 mile per hour storm at 966 millibars, moving north-northeast at 14 miles per hour because of that kind of trough doing its own thing. As you take a look at the track ahead, this is the full forecast, so it's expected to become extra tropical as it hits over Kentucky by midnight on Sunday into Monday. Need to transition down. Why? I thought I turned the transition. You know what? That's it. We're just going to... There we go. Good enough. It's fine. L if you live in Louisiana if you had a chance. Yeah. True facts, honestly. They do be dead, though. I gotta say, Louisiana has probably had it the worst when it comes to tropical systems, like, in ever. There are so many, so much stuff that has hit this small, little area compared to this and this. And we'll even include this, too. And the fact that Lake Charles is going to get impacted again, people around Cameron and stuff like that, in almost the same exact spot. I said it would be a little bit further east of Cameron when it comes to the landfall, but still, bump right into Louisiana. Georgia will have rain. Yes, this is true. Nate, will part of Delta hit Georgia? Probably not, but a trough that's moving on through here will probably give you some sort of rain. So, yes and no, but the heart of Delta will be somewhere else. Yeah, it's weird. It honestly is weird. But let's take a look at the rainfall here. And you guys can take a look and see most of it has already fallen. There's still a good amounts left, though. 6 to 10 inches down into Alexandria and stuff like that. Not as much for New Orleans, alright? The shear has kind of made it so that most of the thunderstorms will dissipate out in front, especially with how the cold temperatures are... cold sea surface temperatures are preventing any sort of thunderstorm initiation due to the fact that there is no instability. So, not really a lot for you guys expected in this area. But you can see northern Georgia due to the fact that the Appalachian Mountains are there. There's actually this one little orange spot right here in this circle here. Let me create that circle for you. There's a little orange spot right there to where there could be 6 inches, so that's pretty interesting as well. But otherwise, it's mainly in Louisiana to where you can see a bunch of rain and stuff like that. So, yeah, nothing really too much here. What about Ohio? What will Delta do to Ohio? Ohio, not really a lot, to be completely honest with you. Maybe just a little sprinkling, but Ohio has its own issue coming up. Or at least kinda. Weather is so tricky around fall. Spring it's a bit easier because you can actually, forecast it. But with fall is so tricky. Same with winter, because, nobody knows enough about winter. But if you take a look at the models, you can see the GFS kind of does its own thing. And then there's a reason why the other half of the title is Severe Weather Forecast and Analysis. It's because of this line right here. And the Storm Prediction Center already has a slight out for that area in Minnesota. Maybe even down into Iowa in some spots as well. Kayvon, sup? Nice to see you back. But yeah, they have their own issues coming up, and you'll start to see, boom, trough ejects through. You have this massive cold front that pushes on, and then you have just storms in general. Then this is where stuff gets tricky, because if I remember correctly, there's another low that decides to say, hi, how are you? It passes through. There's a high pressure. Haha! We don't get any tornadoes. This is nice. We don't want any more tornadoes this year, even though we had none. But yeah, it's still pretty interesting nevertheless. So, I mean, if you guys were to ask me, as to whether or not we would see any more severe weather this year, I would say there would probably be 2 more opportunities for that, and I have no evidence to explain, why I say only 2. But you would think that there would be something of the sort to kind of seep its way into the end of 2020. Number one, because 2020 is 2020 in itself, and if you guys don't understand that, just look at what happened in 2020 this entire year, where we had the murder hornets, we had Laura, we had Delta hitting where Laura was, we had so many, we had a tornado outbreak in the south, stuff like that. Chaos in general. World on the brink of war, stuff like that. Just don't be surprised if it happens. Just be prepared. That's honestly what I would have to say. Oh my... What? Go away, Cortana. I don't even know. I didn't even call Cortana's name and it just said, "Hi, how are you?" So, no clue, no clue. I don't know.
Oh, it's back again. Hi, Fancy.
What is going on? Honestly, I don't know why I can't speak anymore. Do things.
Hi, Morgan.
I really have no clue as to why I can't speak on Discord anymore.
Do be on deafened, where is he?
I really have no clue. Alright, I don't. Don't ask me why my mic couldn't speak on Discord for like 5 minutes. Anyways.
You are...
But yeah, that's just... Nothing really probably will happen for the rest of the year on a massive scale. You might see some bits and bobs of severe weather. You might even see another hurricane this year. I really please want to get to Tropical Storm Theta. Please.
Beta? We already got to Beta, Nate.
You're an idiot. I said THETA.
Well, your mic sucks.
That's why I said I'm getting a new one. Anyways. But yeah, there's just... I want a Tropical Storm Theta. And it will be so... so coincidental that something based off of heat will basically be its own tropical system. It's kind of funny. Hello, Nate. Long time no see. It's been 4 months. Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while. I don't think 4 months has been the last time I've streamed, but it may have been the last time you've been in the chat. Well, no,
He's just a storm chaser now. That's all he does.
That'd be great, though, if I was just a straight-up storm chaser.
You live in Pennsylvania, so tough.
Oh, that is true, but eventually we'll fix that.
Speaking of Northeast, how about that slight risk tomorrow?
It's interesting. It's doing its own thing, I will say that much, but I'm not expecting a whole lot from this. It'll just basically be the same thing that you had about a week, well, not a week, a couple days ago or something like that. Jeez, I said a week. What is wrong with me? As I look through, there's going to be some people who probably will be interested in hockey, so I don't see any of the household names being picked up yet, except for drafted seems legit. Except for Markstrom signing for 6 years, $6 million. So that's really it.
In Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary. They're pissing off the every single Vancouver Canucks fan. I can say that much.
Indeed.
Last time Nate streamed was 1 month ago, so it was probably the, what was it, the, just a little mini stream that took about an hour, something like that.
Was that the one where you were opening your otaku box?
I think so, probably. Real quickly, I want to take a look at the slight risk for Saturday. 2% chance up in the northeast, 5% in the deep south.
Yeah,
The 15% for wind in the northeast, and then the hail is negated.
You should chase it, mate.
I'm not spending my entire life savings on a 2%.
Oh my god, I just realized how far of a drive that would be for you, jeez.
Yeah, no. Go away.
It's
Um,
still kind of bad for me, but wouldn't be as bad.
Something's wrong with the commands. Is it? Yeah, I guess there is
Yeah.
something wrong with the
Wolf
commands.
and Ginger are not working.
I'll have to fix it the next stream, which I'll probably do sooner
Good
or
thing that
later.
Ginger isn't working, but you know.
Alright, let's take a look through the GFS real quickly. I want to see the future when it comes to tropical systems, because the GFS, the one thing that the GFS does a good job in is wind patterns and jet streams and troughs and stuff like that. So it gives me an idea as to where there could be some development. I'm looking at an area where the National Hurricane Center has marked right now. This thing right here that has a 20% chance of formation. I'm looking at it to probably develop a lot later next week, something like that. So you could see something in and around the Lesser Antilles, but it would be on the northern side of it, maybe on the the northeastern side of it, something like that.
My iPad is doing stupid.
Someone pinged me.
Somehow or somewhere.
Can you get unmuted for a sec? No, I'm live streaming.
My iPad is so stupid, gonna be completely honest.
That sounds about right. Let you DM you. Sure. But anyways, so if we take a look at the I'm probably gonna get a whole lot closer so you guys can see. I'm also gonna go on the Euro real quickly because the Euro has been pretty consistent with this for a bit. You can see this thing all of a sudden. This kind of appears out of nowhere, and that's the 020 over there. That's pretty interesting from the National Hurricane Center. But then it continues to move on through, and it looks like it consolidates and moves in. What? I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God.
Are we gonna get episode
Actually-
2 of Nate throwing hockey sticks at his little friend?
He's gonna be Nikita Kucherov. Do not worry. He's gonna murder.
Please ignore the salty
might
lightning
Turn
tang.
this into the get off my lawn redux.
Please ignore the
Remix.
following commands. Axe murder.
I don't know if Dante's watching this, but if he is, we need
Dante.
Well, anyways,
we need a get off my lawn.
I just need the rock theme song in here so that I can just basically go dun, 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 and then rock bottom him. I was gonna talk to my mom and say, hey, he can take my other PC instead of them buying it. In exchange, they would just have to give me a little bit of payment so that I can get my graphics card. But you know what? You might be wasting your opportunity now, you donuts. You gonna mess with me?
And
Try and pay a lot more money, huh? Try that on for size. But yeah, as I take a look forward more and more on the Euro model, it seems like there could be an opportunity for something to form. Same thing on the Icon model. Icon isn't really as good with the vorticity, but there is something there in regards to inflow and outflow. There's also something that comes off of Africa as well, according to the Icon. A broad low pressure that's more or less a wave that moves on through. But
you just signed Gavin Beirut to a 1 year, 2 year, 1 year to 2 year deal.
We signed a
1
what?
year to 2 year. What?
Gavin Bayreuther.
Who the hell is that?
I had no clue, but the
Sounds like a
Columbus
minor
Blue Jackets
leaguer.
said it. He is a.
How much money did we sign him to?
It's
Let
a
me
1 year, 2-way deal.
Okay, so he can be shipped either or.
Either to the NHL or the AHL.
Yeah. Which means we probably gave him about 500,000, which sounds about
and
right.
he's a Florida Stars person.
But anyways, we can go back over here. There can be tornadoes in Maine, Morgan. It's in Maine.
It's in Maine.
It's in Maine!
It very well could, actually. I highly doubt it, though. I actually highly doubt there will be any tornadic activity tomorrow.
My house in New Hampshire, that's up in the higher elevations of the White Mountains, could see a tornado.
I mean, it could.
Can we get a mountain wedge tornado, please?
Mountain wedge tornado.
That's impossible.
You high.
Is that even
A
a
tornado?
thing?
Nate, how about this? A tornado the size of Mount Washington.
Why? Just
Butter.
why?
Not butter. God damn it.
Morgan.
I
Morgan,
don't need this.
are you high? Tell me.
I'm pretty sure Nate wants to kill me now, but it's okay, chat.
Well, anyways,
The Avalanches has recently.
time to turn off the weather channel. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do dual analysis actually, so I'm gonna do both Delta and severe weather. I'm gonna do weather, and then I'm also gonna do the live free agency for hockey. So it's kind of a little crown jewel.
How do you think that Lucas Stees, the person who wanted to riot, the person that went from Vancouver to Vegas, then to somewhere else, and then to Winnipeg now?
I guess they're shipping them across the board, aren't they?
Yeah.
Storm surge flooding red line measured more than 5 feet. Okay, yeah, that thing is kind of going places.
Hurricane Delta! Yeah! What you gonna do when a Category 3 runs wild on you?
Get out of here and turn off the thing before I lose money. I'm gonna lose money, turn it off!
Copyright.
You're losing money right now.
You're about to get this stream demonetized. Stop.
We will be losing money. If you don't want that from
People, I'm sure you guys want an answer, and I have none. So,
as that Fancy is not happy.
like and subscribe. I don't know why you would like and subscribe anymore. That shit was terrible.
Fancy is not happy.
Yes! Alt F4, Fancy, I agree right there, 100%. I should commit oof.
Fancy, you know you signed Jacob Marshall. Was that for Jacob Marshall?
You probably shouldn't have signed him to that much money, but you still did anyways.
Yeah, why? 6.5.
Also, Nate, for the record, Stefan Nason has been signed to the San Jose Sharks, 1 year, $925,000.
I had NHL Black News, so...
Lock my damn door. Yeah, at this point, I might want to just lock my entire life away. My family are a bunch of...
Felix?
Plebeians.
bunch of schmucks.
But yeah, Avalanche and the
Um,
Avalanche re-signed Sheldon Dries to 72K NHL, 395
Bunch of
AHL
schmucks.
contract. Also has signed
Oh.
Sherwood and Michael Vecchioni to a 1-year, 2-way contract for $700,000 for the NHL and the others for the AHL.
I'm gonna try and find some debris for you all here. There isn't really a lot to go off of.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Rumor.
By the way, people, this was them trying to recover from Laura. Notice how many tarps are on top of these roofs. All of the blue that you see in front of you, all of them are tarps. All of them.
Yeah, the blue and the grays. Blue and gray are for it also.
Why are there 21 people watching the stream? I don't know, Trevion. At this point, it's just cancer.
Oh, by the way, there's about like 3 houses getting their roofs redone over here. So yeah, Pog.
From Sally?
Yeah,
Well, that's a rip.
yeah. I literally had seen. There's actually 2 houses like in between each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. Donald Trump said the F-bomb to Iran. That was funny.
Yes. it
Yeah,
was.
lead.
Oh, wait. Poggers. Darren Waller is not questionable anymore. This is very good. I
By
like
the way, there is a rumor that doctors have told Brian Little he should not play hockey this upcoming season.
Is it because of his concussions and stuff like that?
Probably that.
Because he's probably, like, brain dead at this point. Looking good with your hair pushed over. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Ow. Ow.
But yeah, like. we
Jeez,
know
that looks
Paul
crazy.
Stastny is a Winnipegger, so.
Oh, Stastny went to Winnipeg? Oh yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. That was the trade, that was the trade.
Yeah,
Um,
that for a 4th rounder and
Can you make a command? It's in Maine. You know what I'll probably do? Sooner or later, I'm going to redo all of the whole sounds and stuff like that. So the subscription noise will probably be changed to something else. The donation noises, besides the police, because y'all love the police so much. I don't know why, but you do. That everything else will be changed, something like that.
Wait, no ginger command?
Oh yeah, because nothing's working right now.
wait.
Oh
Why
my
did
God,
the
John's
lady
about to
sign
go on about that wave
Christopher
again, and I'm going to
Gibson?
lose my mind.
Well, it actually could do something.
Why did we sign Christopher Gibson?
I don't know. You guys have issues.
Let's-
You know what,
No,
people?
you-
Let's just look for cameras, shall we? Let's see what happens. We can
do
just
cameras
try and we
first.
can all be, we can go in the live camera collection together.
Whole thing
Um,
about the free agency market right now.
Let's see. Louisiana traffic. Let's see. I want to hear the police someone donate. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's not recommended. Because content.
Highly
Guys,
recommended.
pay Nate. He needs donations so he can drive 10 hours up to New Hampshire tomorrow to chase.
No, I am not going to
Liddy.
do that. Please, no.
Letty, do
You
it.
know, Nate, if it was just a little bit further.
Oh! Look at this truck!
What truck?
Truck's going trucky.
This is an accident.
What the?
Accident. Okay, hold on. Because
Hold up, hold up.
I'm gonna put your stream on, muted. Hold on.
Oh, someone actually donated. I'm actually surprised this is a thing.
Blaze just donated.
Okay, let me just mute this entire thing.
I gotta do the ritual.
Okay.
Bray BG with the $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Brady. Thank you, Brady.
Brady
Nate,
BG.
Nate, you should have changed it to the other thing you were supposed to change it to. Then it would have been better.
Well, no, police is gonna be the #1, and then there's gonna be some stuff afterwards. Yeah, this is crazy. Hold up.
I see Sistine. I see her.
Show controls. There we go. Look at this, guys. #1, look at the aerial flooding in here. #2, notice the truck that has been completely,
Notice there
It's been boofed.
This is what happens when you evacuate too late.
Well, not even that. This is what happens when you try and drive through a hurricane.
I drove.
Does anyone's right frame of mind, would they do this unless if they are actually like meteorological people?
Nate,
Three
5
different-
5 central position update. It is eyewall of Delta moving on shore of the southwestern coast of Louisiana. 109.68.
Alright, well, it's getting weaker and weaker, as I predicted it would. So, I mean, there's still some sort of urgency. Granted, 100-mile-per-hour winds are pretty strong, nevertheless, but you guys kind of went through Laura, and you guys probably should have learned a thing or two from it to not, take your chances with it. So, still stay indoors. There's going to be still some sort of flooding risk. There's countless flash flood warnings across the board in Louisiana and even into Texas. So you really are going to want to particularly pay attention to Delta as it continues to move on through. Truckers always do this. One died on I-10 in Pensacola when Ivan swept through the causeway away with him on it.
Oh,
That's
if you're talking
crazy.
about Ivan. Oh, if you're talking about the causeways, hold on. Are you talking about the Escania Bay Bridge or 10? Or are you talking about that, the 3-mile bridge that goes to Gulf Breeze, or the Escania River Bridge that goes to Pace?
Does it matter all
Because
too
even
much?
though I wasn't born during that time. I can know that because I lived in the Pensacola area for 8 years, so
Ooh.
I should know.
Hold up.
Yeah, Joe is a
Look at this.
Joe,
Look at this,
wait.
guys.
Joe is a seasoned Florida.
I don't like these drops, but look at this.
Oh yeah, Tory W. That did happen on the Escania Bay Bridge. I remember that. It was a 2-laner, because I have watched videos of it. It was a 2-lane bridge. Like one of those tiny 2-lane bridges going
Whoa.
east and west. And now it's a 4-laner now. It's like huge. And like the 2-lane bridge is like 20 feet away to the north, and
That's road
mostly
construction.
drain. Oh, I hated that bridge. I hate going over the I-10 Lake Charles. I hated it because Nate.
Yeah.
Literally, the bridge goes up and then down and up and down. It's rocky. The worst Louisiana bridge by far is the one heading for Baton Rouge or heading out of. It sucks.
Is there any particular reason as to why Louisiana does not have any cameras on their United States roads?
I have no clue, going to be completely honest.
Also, why are tons of people going across the bridge in Lake Charles?
Are they that fucking stupid? Are they stupid?
Nate,
You're gonna
or
see
Joseph,
monetized.
watch your profanities.
You're about to get us demonetized.
Okay?
I'm gonna get demonetized. As if I already wasn't, because, my father kind of came in with the Hulk Hogan theme song, but,
Yeah, deal with that, Nate. You can get like being a fucking
Nate.
What?
Blake said Morgan 70-mile-per-hour wind warning in Kentucky. You say Kentucky goodbye. Honestly, just I don't know.
No, what do you have to say about that, Morgan?
Yeah.
Oh, and also, Joe, what's the word for a Florida person? Because I feel like I'm having a stroke. Floridian.
Floridian.
Floridian? Okay, well I thought it was Floridian this whole frickin' time.
That bridge should be closed. Done deal. That and the bonus.
Can I...
By
Oh,
the way, the
here.
Alexa are
Refresh.
because I did wiffle ball. Which if you don't know what wiffle ball is, it's basically baseball, but you use a wiffle.
Yeah, it's a ball with holes and it's hollow.
Yes. And I did like what 7 tries, and then I got out. Yeah, nice. Let's see.
These things right here are interesting. I might actually want to switch to K-pop for a bit.
The sport I love the most, other than watching hockey, dodgeball. Such a great sport. Love dodgeball. I am a beast. Both in
When you watch, you are active. When you talk to an agent, you are active. But I have no idea what will happen. So basically, Hall might actually go to Montreal. Maybe there's an opportunity.
I swear, if he actually does,
well, by the way, who got Klingberg, by the way? Klingberg.
Yeah.
I'm not remembering it because I watched the NHL
Oh, jeez.
live on their page during
Yeah.
that period because we were doing a practice lab and it was taking a lot of time.
Kenner,
So, yeah,
Louisiana.
see it. So I just watched it and yeah. Klingberg got what? The contract?
If this is anywhere where I think it is, no, you're fine. You don't need to evacuate. You're like over near New Orleans, and New Orleans is gonna barely get anything anyways.
Here's the thing, if you're on the coast, Cameron, and the Lake Charles, if you're in any low-lying areas, which...
If you're from Intracoastal City
Louisiana is
and
low-lying
West,
in of itself.
if you're in Intracoastal City and west of that, all the way to Port Arthur, you probably should be out already. Probably should be.
If you're there, you probably should not be there.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea for you to be
If you
there.
see water,
Your house will get flooded
your house is
entirely.
high.
I would. This would be the moment to say get underground, but that's a bad idea.
No, Morgan, you're gonna kill them.
Let's take a look at power outages real quickly. Beauregard, oh geez, there's already 5,329 people without power there. That's about 30%. It's actually 21%.
There wasn't a whole lot. If it was either me, because I didn't lose power for much.
7,454 without power in Iberia.
They're sending
Wait.
another plane out to
Why?
Delta.
Why? Why would they do this?
Brownout.
Dude, they are! Why? It's already there!
Those, I'll be honest. Most likely, it's a brownout. If it's in.
Tell Morgan he is a ginger.
Wait. How is St. James? How is St. James in St. John the Baptist parish having like 20% outage?
Don't ask me. I got no clue.
I
Um,
have no idea either.
Thank you, 18-year-old me.
God, this thing is doing things. Here, actually, you know what? Real quickly, we're gonna go over to Veggie, and we're going to take a look at what they're going in manual.
Gilmore,
setting.
he's a
Are we doing blue or are we doing red? Is red a better option? Red is... yeah, red's fine. Okay, that's good enough.
Wait, the Panthers have a transaction ready to announce for Bill Zito.
Oh. Isn't that fun?
Let's see. On NHL News right now, just waiting for it.
I honestly don't know why this is moving through. Why did it save a traffic cam image as a C11 file? I don't know. Welcome.
Your computer's doing things.
Welcome to Welcome
Open
to.
your Fatmobile.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So apparently the
As I
Panthers
just
have signed Alexander Wenberg on a 1-year.
Yeah, that's old news. That happened like 3 hours or something like that. Maybe 4.
as my team is dead.
Wait, Jessica, how did you get unmuted?
Ow.
I thought I had it so that YouTube staff.
Yeah,
I think the
that was something that I was a big question.
Yeah, I thought I had the YouTube staff to only do it.
I think the weather live stream apparently
But,
decided to be open to everyone
Yeah, because
for no
hey,
apparent
I
reason.
saw a bunch. I saw
Well, no, it's open to everyone, but the people can't speak, or some
Yeah.
specific people can't speak.
Yeah, which I was a bit questioning because before then it was just locked to staff and
Yes, I remember you, Juan Li Juan. I do.
yeah.
Yeah, Kenner is not going to be impacted by this a whole lot, if any. There isn't really a lot to show here. Due to the fact that there isn't really... I mean, this place was decimated by Lara before. So there isn't really a whole lot.
Designated alarm. By the way, I might be on my dad and I might be going down towards our old house to see how much they got. Because our old house is near NES and Tacoma, so yeah, they got hit harder than us.
Right.
So we're just gonna check because the owners of their old house Eastern Kentucky.
So I see.
Yeah. Also, the Panthers have signed Vinny Hinstroza.
They signed whom?
Tino Stroza. I had no clue what his name is. So yeah.
Well, anyways.
Searching.
Yeah, I got no clue who that is. Nor do I think I actually want to know. But yeah. If you guys... Here's the thing, actually, real quickly, before I go on. With these cameras, it's so hard to find something here in Louisiana, for whatever reason, specifically southwestern Louisiana, due to the fact that there's, like, no cameras along the beach. And it's kind of stupid. Yeah, because I actually want to, like, show you all stuff. And it's, like, more than difficult for me to do so. Because there's, like, no cameras out there. And the only ways I can actually see cameras is if I buy a specific live camera for myself. And I'm not going to do that because there's not really any point. Unless if you guys want to take a look at mountains and stuff like that, because that's where I live in, you know, PA. But there's, like, no cameras in Louisiana, except for, like, in Lake Charles. And even then, most of them are dead because Lara swept through. Alman S, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So...
I did check on Vinny Hinstroza. He was a free agent for the Arizona Coyotes.
Oh, interesting.
He was drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks 169th overall.
Jeez, they still haven't figured this out yet with this tractor trailer that was, that took a hit down there.
Off the poor tractor trailer.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. I hope to God there is actually no one in this. That it would be... I really hope that no one is in this tractor trailer, because that would be...
The last time, a vehicle happened over here was Sherry Isaac. And literally, it was a truck like that, and basically the bridge collapsed, like you saw with the 3-mile bridge. it collapsed. Both sides.
Weather with Seth, what's up?
Truck was snapped in half.
I mean, this.
Died. He's probably still on the ocean floor, still in his skeleton suit.
Let's-
Pretty much sure.
Let's put it this way real quickly, actually. I do not recommend anyone to be driving out in this, especially since wind gusts. If we take a look at one of my past live streams that I was chasing with tropical systems, I'll pull that up real quickly. But which, by the way, if you guys are new, just ignore the anime for now. Shh. Anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, you guys should probably take a look at some of my past live streams. I chased severe weather, tropical systems, stuff like that. Cody Couts, what's up? Welcome to the stream. If we take a look at Isaias here, this is where I was chasing Isaias in New Jersey. And if we just take a look, across the board there was so much debris. Just like branches of trees and maybe even whole trees on the ground. And mind you, when it was passing us, Isaias was maximum sustained winds of either 50 or 60 miles per hour. So Delta right now, this should tell you that Delta, with it being a 105, actually it's a 100 mile an hour storm now, if I refresh it, there it is right there. With it being a 100 mile an hour storm, you're going to get stronger gusts than what we had before, and the trees will definitely fall, and there will definitely be some siding that will be impacted from these gusty winds and stuff like that. I'd have to pull up an instance to where we actually had some debris. It happened towards the latter part of the stream, I will say that much. So there's a power line down right here that we actually crossed. Don't recommend you do that at all.
Yeah, I remember that. I totally remember this.
Yeah, I don't recommend that you cross power lines whenever they are down.
Yeah, don't cross power lines. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, highly recommended that you don't do that.
You get zapped, you're dead. You live, you don't kill, but you get a bunch of things.
Okay, so here's some debris right here. You'll see it in a second. I'll zoom ahead. Take a look at this. Look at all the trees and stuff down right here. And if actually you go back a second, you can even see it a bit clearer.
All the poor little trees.
Go back. Stop. You see that tree right there? There's one right here. A massive tree that just got put down. Got my YouTube account finally subscribed immediately. Love the streams. Will you stream tomorrow or Sunday? Probably not. As I said, college is kind of a pain in my rear when it comes to the time available that I have.
Yeah,
But,
only sometimes.
whenever I do get the opportunity, I will cash in and I will live stream. Mind you guys, I have to say this real quickly. I don't particularly care about tropical systems when it comes to talking about it, because the data just comes in so slowly, and I know it's not really, you know, National Hurricane Center's fault or anything, but at the same time, I love talking about stuff that I do best, which would, in this case, be severe weather, but I do like talking about anything when it comes to weather. If you're having a hurricane, yes, I am from Southeast Texas. We've dealt with storms and we are at the moment getting wind and rain from this one. Music can keep you going. Go to UT called music therapy. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice. Oh, by the way, Nate, I got a Jirachi this morning.
Yeah, I saw that. I was quite sad.
Literally, Nate, I go and turn on my iPad when I woke up. And I go to the Discord and I'm like, Jirachi? Hold the heck down.
So guys, real quickly, we're gonna take a look at the what the Air Force is doing when it comes to the hurricane hunters. And right now they're trying to find surface winds and what their max speeds are. So as we take a look, we're gonna want to take a look at this SFMR peak 10-second SFC, which stands for surface winds. And right there you can see at that specific spot there was 85 mile per hour winds at the surface. If we continue to look on through, we'll probably see more or less. If I go back one, you see 82, 81, and it depletes. So let's move on forward and see what we can find from 85. So 86.3 miles per hour, another 86, another 86, 87.5 miles per hour, but you can see that little red star on the side of it. It means it could be contaminated so that it could very well be a wind gust or something like that.
Yeah.
But then you see another 87.5 mile per hour wind, and then it's not a suspect. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then you see a 93 possible wind gust and stuff like that. But
But Canadians have re-signed restricted free agent defenseman Xavier Ouellet to a 2-year, 2-way extension, $737,500 at the NHL level.
lit. Or any other music may help people in a time of stretch. Also, thanks to Hockey Boy for giving updates. Much respect. Yep, no problem. No problem. I typically do it with severe weather a lot more often. More than anyone on YouTube, actually. So if there's any severe weather issues, I'm the guy to ask.
The Arizona Coyotes has signed 28-year-old UFA agent for Tyler Pitlick to a 2-year, $1.75 million cap hit.
Let's see. I need to talk to you after a live stream. Name on Discord is Best Weather / National Weather Service. Yeah, sure. Actually, I probably should get a link to my Discord. Hold up, because I purged my Discord before. Okay, so nothing of interest when it comes to Pokemon. I need to get a new link for you all real quickly.
Pretty much.
Invite people. We gotta make this no limit, not expire ever. Let's fix this real quickly. Alrighty. We're editing the description. Oh, I can't type. There we go. I think it has been updated now. And update. There we go. Alright.
But yeah, if you go into the Discord server down the
Is it just me or is the convection?
refresh your page.
Yeah, if you refresh your page, it'll be in the description down below, and if you really want it in the chat, I can post it that way. We have over 400 members in our server, and we just talk every now and then about weather. It's not one of those things where you have to be on like 24/7. Because let's be honest here, we all have our own things that we need to do.
We have our own things. I'm usually the person who just sits around and
Yep.
yay, like it.
Is it just me, or is the convection getting swept away by the center of low pressure as if the storm made landfall hours ago? I mean, the conditions around this thing is absolutely garbage. I'll say that much.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is Union, South Carolina gonna get Sunday? Any severe weather? Not particularly. You guys are expected to get some sort of rain due to a trough moving on through. Particularly a weaker cold front. But you guys could see something of the sort there. So to support my thesis of the conditions being trash around Delta, I'm gonna pull up this the imagery of Delta real quickly. And actually, that was a mistake. Let's go back to 4 kilometers. You guys can assume that this is Delta right here. Big bands, big bands. This band, you can see it's so large because of the shear absolutely ripping away at the clouds to the north. So, just assume this is Delta right here. I swear, I am not lying. James123, what's up? Let's take a look real quickly and see the sea surface temperatures. And if you guys remember, I know it's been a while since I've last live streamed, but you can take a look and see you have these kind of yellows and greens and blues. Once you get down to there, that's when you get to start to getting in the half and half. You not see it here. I'll just post it in the thing then. Give me a second. But you start to see the temperatures start to deplete, and when that happens, excuse me, I just had to pull up my other stream there. That's fine. That's my Discord channel, Discord server. Anyways, someone asked for it earlier. But you guys can kind of see. Once you get to 27 degrees Celsius, that's when you start to get into the danger zone where it can help make or break a tropical system. And in this case, it's breaking it. Especially since there is a lot of shear with this thing, which I'll show to you all in a second. It's breaking the system. It's definitely, albeit, I'll even go as far as saying dismantling the system. So, we've got these 27 degrees Celsius temperatures, which it moved into, and then it got to 26, and then it got into 25 and even lower. And once you get into 26 degrees Celsius temperatures, expect it to just go straight down, just deplete all the way. Not rather rapid, like not rapidly, but it will go down probably 5 miles an hour per update. So maybe every 2-3 hours. So every single time it'll continue to just go down and down and down more, and then it'll continue to get weaker.
This is dying Delta. It never went to the Mississippi Delta.
Yep.
Like it wanted.
We also can take a look at the wind shear real quickly, and you guys can see all of these red lines. And if you were on my channel before, these red lines indicated some very strong and unhealthy wind shear for tropical storms. And in this case, it is not just a bit of unfavorable shear, it's a lot of it. You can see some numbers here, 30 knots, 40 knots, 50, 60, 70. This is nowhere near Delta, but 80 knots near West Virginia and stuff like that. So there is a lot of unfavorable shear that is covering a lot of ground from Delta, and it's basically just shredding this thing to pieces. As if it wasn't being shredded already. So the conditions around Delta right now are not satisfactory for this thing to continue to develop and maintain its strength. Hell, albeit maybe even, be a tropical system. You see at the rate that it's going right now, it is depleting significantly. The lack of convective bursts, a lack of organization. This is a textbook dismantling of every single condition besides dry air, although there is some to the west, but it's not impacting Delta any bit. This is a textbook dismantling of a tropical system in regards to lack of convective activity and a increase of severe, not severe, well actually we'll say severe wind shear because it's up into the 50s and 60s in regards to knots.
It's
so
dead inside.
It's
Delta is... Hurricane Delta is about to land into
which is
bags and
yeah. Which is the reason why I didn't stress a lot of urgency with this storm to begin with. That's also kind of the reason why I didn't stress a lot of urgency with Sally, although Sally did do some stuff.
Sally did 25 inches of rain things.
Well, yeah, but that's all rain, and that's kind of predictable.
I've been to most of the areas. I have only seen like a couple of flooded houses.
Ooh.
I know a couple who had flooded houses during Sally.
80. All right, so let's look back at the hurricane hunters and see what we can find here. So we got 82.9 miles per hour. There you go. 82.9, 82.9, 82.9. It's just gonna keep going. Oh, 84, 84, 80, 69, 74. 72, 76. Yeah, dude, it's been depleting at rapid pace.
By the way, Calgary Flames re-signed forward Zach Ronaldo to a 1-year, $700,000
Cristiano
contract, and
Ronaldo.
also
Lamau.
Byron Froze to a 2-year, two-way deal.
Free agent frenzy show is almost over for today. God, so the Jackets didn't make any sort of moves, huh?
Jackets hasn't made any moves.
No, actually, you made one move. Here, I'll pull it up.
One?
Yes.
By
they
the
made
way,
one
Reed
move.
Timerson.
They traded Ryan Murray to the New Jersey Devils for a
That
20.
was-
Well, that was yesterday. That was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, epic.
Yeah, we
gaming.
didn't do anything today. This is quite sad.
If
you guys sign frickin' what's his face, I will be really upset.
That hockey guy literally said about you cat dumping. I think they might be going after Trangelo or Taylor Hall. Something's gonna be big. Something's gonna
Okay.
be juice.
Chat, I have one request. If any of you guys have weather radios or know about them decently, please suggest me one because I'm looking at investing to get a new one and I'm stuck between a couple. So,
Welcome to the Fred Show.
Okay. How about tornadoes for your area? Well, I would have to know where your area is, James.
yeah, your area is very not
We're at
helpful.
You're, oh, well, northern Mississippi. Northern Mississippi gets tornadoes tomorrow. Yeah, it probably could. There's an opportunity for it, but I highly doubt it, to be completely honest with you. Mainly because if we take a look at the track of Delta, I'll do two things. First things first. We'll go with the track of Delta. You can kind of see how Delta goes right over northern Mississippi, but the thing that people are going to be watching for is either the southeast or the eastern side of Delta, due to the fact that that's where all the moisture is being brought up, and it's being merged with the outer bands of Delta, and that could potentially create some sort of supercellular characteristics on the outside of it in regards to tornadic activity. Except for the fact that that's the only area of concern, there really isn't a whole lot for Delta to do when it comes to tornadoes. But regardless, they still have to put that slight out there, and that's the reason why there is a 2% for the northeastern part of Mississippi, and there's also a 5% when it comes to eastern Mississippi and western Alabama.
And there's the 2%
Pretty
in the northeast that will produce a wedge tornado.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Morgan Cable Podcast.
So real quickly, let me take a look at where Columbus is. Okay, so Columbus is right in that 5%, so you're probably going to get some sort of activity and stuff like that. Already getting outer band, rain bands in Tennessee. Yeah, the shear is doing its job and shredding this thing apart, isn't it? I mean, look at this.
It is murdering it.
It is killing off this thing.
It's just saying, no, you can't have more cookies.
As if this thing could not be shredded any further.
That's what you were told, Joe. Stop being salty.
Lamau.
Lame-o.
Lamau.
Let us see.
Oh, Idaho.
Oh, Idaho.
Oh, Idaho.
Nani?
Oh, Idaho.
Oh, Alabama.
Let's see. That's pretty interesting to say the least when it comes to
Morgan,
this system.
This is so funny. So if you say Shakira Bukaladulin, it literally says, look at my dueling.
You live east of Columbus. Mississippi, are you in the 5%? Probably. Yeah, you're probably in the 5% chance for tornadoes. So you might have an opportunity to where you can get a brief spin up or something like that. Nothing all too
Don't bank on it, though,
major.
especially considering with the rapid pace the storm is dying, it may well be a subtropical low by tomorrow.
Well, there's also another thing with the shear, so that you may still get some moisture being drawn into the south, but you have that shear to actually create some spin in the atmosphere, and which could obviously produce some tornadoes. Now, if you had some roundabouts out there, that definitely would help a bit, but otherwise, there isn't really a whole lot to bank off of when it comes to tornadic activity.
With the 21st pick in the 2020,
Don't remind me.
the Columbus Blue Jackets selected from Abigail Ons.
Yegor Chainikov.
I wanted to say
Chainikov.
the line to it. With the 21st.
I gotta go downstairs probably soon and get my KFC. Because I gotta get my macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese, my favorite thing from KFC. Screw the chicken. Screw the breading. Macaroni and cheese is my thing. I hope to God my family didn't eat it already.
I am not one of those mac and cheese people.
I love macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. Oh,
Yes, I am a weird child. I know, I'm a weird child.
Just like you get your lettuce and cheese at Taco Bell.
Right.
Shredded.
yeah, that is true right there. Honestly, pretty soon I'm probably gonna go to Taco Bell and get myself a Doritos Los Tacos, because those things are lit. I love them. I love them. I love them. Give me that.
And
Cautious Observer with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate
now
it.
give me that $5. And I'll make that into $15.
You see something? What do you mean you see something? What do you see?
With the first pick in the 2020 draft, the New York Rangers select for the renewed
What in the
Oceanic
world?
Alexei Lafreniere. Oh, by the way, Nate, there was a person in the draft named Alex not Lafreniere, Lafreniere?
Lafreniere?
Yeah,
My derriere?
Alex Lafreniere, drafted by the LA Kings.
Join my weather live stream VC if it helps. I mean, thank you for joining the server.
Go ahead.
Because we definitely, I mean, the thing about the weather live stream channel is that no one else can talk except for the required people who have the YouTube staff roles.
Except, required people in YouTube staff.
Ha, you see, I'm not the only one who's crazy. I eat the macaroni and cheese at KFC. Same with Charging Bolt. You see, I'm not that.
Here's the weird thing, children. I had not had macaroni and cheese. Yes, I'm a weird child per se.
You are definitely crazy.
Literally, my mom cooks Filipino food.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. 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 Go away, go away.
Literally, I'm not joking, guys. Every single day.
Oh, they just... The Hurricane Hunters made a U-turn. They said,
Oh my
speed, 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 yeah, speed, speed, speed.
Please, I do not want to go shit side.
Seems
Now,
legit.
now let me get my son of a gun. Yes, I got the highest. No, don't torpedo me.
They pee in the chili at Wendy's. Honestly, I feel like that's something they would probably do.
By the way, we went to
Not
this
gonna lie.
buffet. we went to this buffet, like, not far from me. My dad got diarrhea from there, and I hated it. So we just ordered pizza anyways.
Rip.
Which, that was lit. Domino's pizza, lit. But my mom's got a good fried chicken for me. So that's gonna be lit, guys.
I'm trying to take a look at something here.
Yeah, we're
Interesting.
done. Hi, Doug. Hi, this person on the
Well,
USS
anyways.
Wild.
I never eat the Wendy's chili, so I can't confirm.
Oh, I know, like, a lot of people who,
It's probably half and half.
down that shoot and just, you
Never
wanna
comes
just
out.
die.
Honestly, I want to try and see if there's any other cameras.
Ha! Lynn! oh god, this is an Albert to the casino.
Where's the...
So, this ain't good. Because I'm pretty sure...
Okay, now we get more people out of power.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, there's a lot of people out of power now. Alright, well, we might as well go through and see what all we can find. Vermillion Parish, it should say, not county. You guys got 12,158 people without power over there.
12,000 people in Vermillion Parish. That's right beside Cameron Parish. Which, by the way, Cameron Parish is where
Yes, I know.
Laura,
Lag.
killed people.
Yeah. Vermillion Parish, over 50% of people are without power there.
But yeah.
Beauregard Parish, 47% of people.
Traffic is a nightmare over here sometimes. By the way, guys, if you ever want to come here, don't go at this time. You won't go to the beaches. You honestly don't want to go to the beaches here right now because your only transportation is to go through traffic. So yeah, most of you know that our beaches over here. I'm near Pensacola. I don't say my location because I don't
Yeah.
want to get dogs. I don't want to be called iDubbbz, and I don't want people saying where I am because that's weird.
Well, of course. It's always going to be
Even though I
weird.
know like a lot of people who know my address from school. By the way, I'm like, so yeah, I'm a celebrity at school, by the way. Weird enough, I am a celebrity at my school because, like, everybody loves me now, apparently. So, yeah,
Mm.
honestly, love to see.
Nice, nice. I'm trying to find here. During Hurricane Laura, the Lake Charles NextRad operated by
You're
National
gonna
Weather
hear
Service
me,
to run over the inoperable tanks of the...
because, I'm playing a warship game, so I'm at least trying
Oh, so now I actually...
not choke
Hold up. I can now get the radar for,
now.
Hold up.
So, yeah. I got the Citadel damage.
I'm trying to find... This is where the radar is supposed to be.
I was so mean this
Allow. Cookies in use. Yeah, this is not allowing me to show anything in it. The tornado threat busted. I mean, yeah. There isn't really a whole lot to look at when it comes to this anyways.
go
and is supposed to die.
But yeah, guys, how is...
They're having display issues on that page. Oh,
Anybody is alive?
I can tell.
As I will need now. Okay. Let as we take that out.
Skide, sugi, sugite. Don't understand.
I will be
They're having display
Person here.
issues. Want to die.
to at least not display, so you can go to another stream, like Cuck Off. Do the
What?
Sloomer back.
Whoa! Look at. Hold up.
And also, by the way, guys, I am.
Look at the damage here.
I am watching this stream
That's a lot of damage.
on my TV, so yes, lit. By the way, if you do have a Google Chromecast, and I will be having it out in like 2 seconds because the mail is here and my dad.
These are broken power lines right here too.
Likely. So I'm gonna be back in like 2 seconds. It won't even be
Wow.
that much. You'll probably hear like a couple of things, and that's pretty much it. That you'll probably hear.
Look at this tarp from the roof here too. It's flying. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. Look at this. This is about right as to what I saw with these AES, except not as much wind. Or not as much rain, I should say. Look at that gust. Look at the trees. Look at the trees! Definitely going up and doing things. 100%. It's a strong speed limit sign, yeah, I know. Crawfish are evacuated, seems legit. Why are people outside for the gusts? These people are idiots. What? Alright, well the water is flowing the wrong way. This is very nice. Higher ground storm surge is moving fast and it's going to get very dangerous. Yes, this is true. That's typically what happens when it comes to hurricanes. There seems to typically be a lot of storm surge here.
Well, dog is here.
Hinostroza
My dog is
signs with Florida.
Yay.
Nice, nice.
Want to see a dog? Here you go.
I don't even know who Hinostroza is, but $1 million per year for just 1 year. I mean,
She's a good baby. She's
I guess
a
it
very
doesn't really
nice
hurt that
baby.
much. TJ Brody to Toronto? What? What in the world? Wish the hurricanes was here in California. We need all the rain. But you don't need all the flooding. Flooding will just be tremendous.
Because I had no clue what the hell is
Oh, yes.
going on.
Oh. Yeah, the pier on this in this side of Galveston is taking damage. Well, that's not nice.
Yeah, trains without. 2 minutes. Yeah,
The Mao. People are caring about the birds. Birds. Don't get hurt, birds. Survive through this one. Not for broadcast. What is this? This tarp's going crazy.
Etc. Okay.
Yeah, this tarp is like flipping out here. I can get it. Puns. Lol. Jeez, this is crazy. I mean, it's not as crazy as what we had with Laura, but still, I mean... What in the world? I'm not even doing this, guys, and it's just decided to go crazy on its own. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Look at these winds. Oh!
Mac and cheese, go, go, go. Get yourself something to eat before you pass out.
Cautious Observer with another $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I'll get my macaroni and cheese later, actually. I'm not really too concerned about food right now, because I kind of ate prior. Hello, Nate. Kate Thornburg! What's up? Nice to see you. It's been a while, Nice to see that you've returned. Laura is dead. And now it's Delta. Christian Barnes, same with you. Welcome to the stream. I know it's been a while, but you know. I made some sort of return to make sure to let you all know that I'm not dead. And that college hasn't been a pain in my rear all too much. That's a lie. It's been a pain. But, yeah. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. But not as cool as the Hurricane Hunters. It had to crash on me. I mean, am I honestly surprised? Am I honestly surprised? At this point, no, I am not. Oh well, eventually I'll get enough money to get it. Get better equipment and stuff like that. Get a better graphics card for my computer, which shouldn't be that hard. It'll be pretty easy, actually. Those winds look similar to what I recorded during Sally, for real. Well, actually, they're about the same storm anyway, so yeah, it'd be about right. Must have sucked for the person to film that. You guys have to remember, I did my own thing. I kind of went out like an idiot and faced off against Isaias. You know? But yeah, it kind of does suck. Unless if you have face protection, then you're actually protecting yourself. Storm surge, 7.94 feet. Well, that's a lot. That is quite a lot, actually. I mean, sheesh. Crazy. Let's take a look at Mission 21 real quickly. See what the Hurricane Hunters have found. It does seem as if the storm is actually kind of moving off to the north and east more than the north. So, Grand Chenier, they're probably going to get it more than Cameron, which I kind of anticipated that. But still, let's see the maximum wind speeds that they found at the surface here. So they found 78, 79 mile per hour winds, 83, 95-mile-per-hour winds at the surface still. So, people that reside around White Lake near Vermillion, I'm assuming this is where, I think Intracoastal City is actually around here somewhere. I can't remember. There's Morgan City. Intracoastal City might be around here. Maybe. Either or. As I said, I'm not really good with geography, but still, doing something. They actually put a drop sonde in the eye wall, and I'm actually surprised because number one, it landed in the swamp, and they typically just do it out in the ocean. But you know what? I guess now they're just sending it out to whomever and wherever. Don't be surprised, Cameron, if you see a little spherical device that lands on your front lawn. That's just so happens to be the Air Force. They're not launching bombs or anything. They're just kind of launching probes. I don't even know anymore. During Sally, I was on the edge of the eye wall for 6 hours or so. I'd say we had sustained winds of 50 to 60 for the entire duration. The intermittent winds up to 80-ish. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I hope your channel makes it to 1 million subs one day. Keep up the epic content. I will have to see for myself if I can get up there. But thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see what I can do. I can't do it without you guys, though. I'll definitely get there under the severe weather aspect. Because severe weather, I'm not too worried about, because I'm going to be doing that nonstop. I favor severe weather heavily, so whenever there's typically a severe weather day that I feel like will be appropriate, I will not only stream it, but I will conduct myself to the best of my abilities and give you all the best content possible. Tropical systems, it's kind of harder to do because the stuff comes in, again, snail speed, slower than molasses. So, it's not entirely my fault, but at the same time, it's still there. Alright, so they just passed through the center. They probably did a drop sonde. But regardless, I'm going to want to take a look at what all happened here anyways. So it looks like the pressure was at around around 965 millibars. 965, 966, that's extrapolated, so you'd probably have to add like about 2 or 3 millibars and stuff like that, and you get your lowest pressure at landfall. But there definitely is something that's heading over towards Creole and Grand Chenier, or Chenier, I should say. Jeez, I can't speak. But yeah, it's definitely still there. Make landfall yet? Not yet, Blake. Not yet. But it's still doing something. Still doing things in general. On my phone, my storm radar went off telling me that we have an increased chance for fires. Welcome to 2020. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't think there's much more that I can say on that. Winds sustained at 57 knots and gusting to 71 at Cameron. That's crazy. It's crazy in itself. It's not the oil rig. That might be an oil rig right there. There's not rain for 2 to 3 weeks, so I can tell why they issued this increased fire chance. I mean, that's true.
Alive in here?
I'm still alive. Oh.
No?
Apparently they can't hear me. Which is stupid. Oh well. Close enough. It'll be fine. Welcome back, friend. Been a while. Hope college is going well. Glad to see you around. Yep. I mean, thank you for the welcome back, and I'm trying to make it through college. It's doing its own thing. Of course it's going to be infuriating. Do you know what? Such is life. Can you cancel your subscription to 2020? I would have done that 10 years ago if that was the case. But you know what? It is what it is. Watch the... We had snow in September, for God's sake. I mean, what is this? Can Hurricane Delta hit Lake Charles? Do you have friends there? You mean, can it not hit Lake Charles? I mean, it's kind of doing it anyways. Here's Lake Charles, and there's already reports of roads flooded, like it did with Laura. But head on when it comes to the eye, probably not. The eye is probably going to continue to move to the north and east. Lake Charles will be right on the outside, although they might get a little bit of space and stuff like that. Feel bad for those people that will be targeted by Delta. Hopefully no one dies. Yeah, I feel bad for them too, especially since they kind of got hit by Laura. And Laura decided to rip everything apart. Yeah, so it's kind of unfortunate for them that they're getting a 1-2 punch within about a month or two. Look at that. Look at this large debris. The heck is this? Looks like a mobile home, actually. And it is a mobile home. You can see the tires. This mobile home got flipped onto the road. That right there is crazy. Still providing air conditioning, though. My goodness. My goodness. Cam and Creole. I can barely see anything, to be completely honest with you. I mean, just there's so many. It's looking into the rain. So there's nothing really much to talk about. Well, Creole is over here. So it's definitely getting hit by the eye. There's a drop zone. Let's see. 971 millibars at the surface. So it's went up 3 millibars, which means obviously it's weakening a bit. But yeah. Or I'd be like, no, I'm dying. Oh, hey, Delta, can you please go back to continue my reign of terror? Delta's like, yes, I can. It's like, execute Order 66. That sounds about right. That honestly sounds about right. Let's see. Yeah, I honestly think it's just like Laura's like, oh, I missed some spots. Can we fill in? What's the highest wind so far? So on the coast right now, from what we have, it's 57 knots. Actually, if I go to Weather Underground, I might be able to show it. Show some stations here. Miscellaneous weather, Weather Underground. Weather Station Network. Huh. Pretty cool. Can't exactly find it real quickly. Maps and radar, interactive radar. I can't find it real quickly. I might have to. I don't know where the sensors are. Weather station network, connect to weather station, connect to webcam, air quality sensors. Yeah, I don't know where these are. Who knows? Delta's Laura's little brother. Sounds about right. The little brother just causes the reign of terror. Oh, never mind. Here's the wonder map. Well, we'll be fine. We got ourselves a nice little thing right here that'll tell us what's going on. Is there any webcams around here? Oh, there is webcams. There's one right here. On Mountain Cove. Who knows? Weather stations, wind, precip. Lot of rain here. Jeez. 3 inches. It's crazy. Storm surge. Sorry, some storm surge amounts in and around here. Plethora of it. My goodness. Definitely a lot of activity across the board, but there isn't really a lot of winds. 22 miles per hour, 7 miles per hour. Yeah, it's kind of doing its own thing. Real quickly. I just have to do something quickly. Anyways, will I stream tomorrow? Probably not. I highly doubt that I'll stream tomorrow, but on the off chance that I do, it is possible. Part of me thinks that some of these thingamabobbers around here are actually kind of incorrect. Some of these weather stations. And the reason being why I say that is because you notice how some of these have, like, here, I'll go over here. Some of these has 22 miles per hour, and then another has 24 miles per hour. Now these ones up here with 39 and 34, those are completely plausible, alright? No doubt about it. I believe that those are actually true. The ones with 38 miles per hour, maybe around 30 miles per hour, 28. 28 is probably the lowest and stuff like that that I'd go, but that's around what I would see. Let's see. Like this one right here, with no winds. I highly doubt that's a thing. Delta made landfall. Did it? Let's see. Let's find out. Delta makes landfall near Creole, Louisiana. 100 mile per hour storm, 970 millibars. pretty good. We lasted almost 2 hours, and it actually finally made landfall. Guess we are somewhat on track. Is it going to rain 100% at 9 and 10 o'clock? If you're talking about tonight, it depends upon where. Delta just made landfall confirmed by the NHC. Indeed they did, and they're just... It's kind of doing its own thing right now. Same thing with the Hurricane Hunters. I wonder if they're actually going back. Because now since it's made landfall, they probably will go back to San Antonio. Wait, it made landfall? Yes, indeed, it sure did. They also threw a drop sonde in the middle of the land. Although this is kind of swamp, but it threw one in the land. Wait, is this road? This looks like water instead of roads. No, it's roads. They threw a drop sonde in near the road. Except this is water. All of this right here is water. They threw it on the land. It's kind of funny. It's weird how it actually hit Lake Charles again. Close. It was actually very close. Let's see. It made landfall right around here, per se. So let's take a look. Here. We'll do, from here to here. So 2 landfalls within about 20 miles of each other. Talk about 2020. I mean, at this point, am I honestly surprised? Nope, not anymore. Not surprised anymore. I will say this much. There's going to be a lot more rain to come. I mean, there's definitely some homes and roads flooded across the board. But that's going to happen. That's going to be like this for a couple more hours. Lake Charles probably won't see the end of this until probably 2 or 3 hours from now. So there's still going to be a plethora of rain. But the storm surge will probably subside after that rain is gone. Anyone from Morgan City to the east, you guys have like these little bands that are pushing on towards you, but I don't foresee anything happening off of that. However, if the National Weather Service says otherwise, do take your proper precautions, because that could be a tornado. Very well could be a tornado within that line, but I highly doubt that's going to be a thing. There isn't really a lot of open areas for convection and instability to like kind of seep through and create those supercells to have them. But you know what? It still is doing its own thing, isn't it? So they're going to be tornadoes overnight? There very well could be. Very well could be. But there's so much cloud cover right now. It's not even funny. I mean, if anything, I like almost... it's 50-50. I will say that much due to the fact that there's still some spin within the atmosphere. But with that being said, here, let me go to satellite and radar, because this is the quickest way for me to get satellite data up. Quickest way. Here, actually, let's do sub-regional. Let's do regional. Fine. Regional it is. We'll do clean. There we go. Alright. Actually, we'll do red. It'll be a whole lot easier. You see how much cloud cover there is? Everything is practically white in here. And there isn't really anything for instability to seep in through. Plus, it's 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Central. So it's starting to get dark. Which means that heat, daytime heating, won't really be that much of a thing. So there won't be as much instability seeping through into Delta to create supercells. But there still could be some sort of spin up within the outer bands coming off from Delta. So you could see something there, but I wouldn't see anything until tomorrow in and around this area when Delta moves into that general vicinity. But yeah, look at how far the cloud cover spans due to all of the shear. And I'll play it through so that you guys can actually see the wind shear yourself. Granted, it's kind of getting darker and darker, but let's see, we'll do oh, that's nice. I'm trying to find something here that will allow me to help with this. The speed is just going to be its own thing. You can see the wind shear literally drag the cirrus clouds out and away from Delta. That's how strong the wind shear is. King Isaac, what's up? You can literally see it drag it. And there's some spots where it's moving at like supersonic speed. That's 80 knots of wind shear for you. 70 to 80 in there. So there definitely is a lot seeping through into those areas. But nothing really all too much in regards to tornadic activity until later. So let's go over the last bits and bobs of Delta that are more or less important. Let's read the key messages. Storm surge is still a thing. Not as much because it's made landfall, so there's not really as much for it there. Hurricane force winds, definitely something that we're going to have continuing even into tonight. Now, this storm will basically rapidly detensify as it moves over land, and it will basically just kill itself. I can say that much in regards to activity. It's just going to straight up die. And that's what happens when it moves over land. You don't have that warm waters. You start to interact with a lot of friction to where the waters would typically not allow winds to pass on through. Whereas on land, you have these obstacles to where winds can't really move by smoothly. And it typically gets hard for it to sustain those thunderstorms and move around and spin around the center of low pressure. So it's kind of hard for it to continue to sustain as it moves over land. But hurricane force winds are still expected even after landfall. So that's something to keep in mind. Heavy rainfall, big thing right here. Let's listen to this real quickly. Heavy rainfall will lead to significant flash flooding and minor to major river flooding. Even if you are not in Lake Charles, you're going to get impacted by this. If you take a look at it this way, the Mississippi River is going to get a lot more rain due to the fact that Laura is basically going to kind of follow up the Mississippi River when it comes to it being on the border of Mississippi and Louisiana all the way until it crosses into places like Jackson and stuff like that. But you're going to get a lot of rain, a lot of flash flooding and stuff like that. Mainly, the closer to the coast you are, the higher chance of flash flooding there will be. So, Still a moderate chance of flash flooding according to the Weather Prediction Center. In and around near Cameron to Lake Charles, down to Alexandria, Monroe, stuff like that. Down into maybe a little bit of Baton Rouge, maybe. But we'll see. And then the total rainfall, you can see there's still that orange right in here to where you can expect to see some 6 to 10 inches of rain. But in other spots, you can see 1 to possibly 4 inches. Maybe even 4 to 6. But that extends to the Appalachians, southern Appalachians, down into the original area to where Delta was at. So, yeah, minor to major. Great wording right there, National Hurricane Center. Minor to major flooding. Well, what's the difference? I mean, you're basically throwing the kitchen sink at this point. Delta, delivering eastern Louisiana tropical activity. Yes, this is true. Yes, that sounds about right. I'm not going to lie. Laura, leaving all United People random area destruction. Sounds about right. We should just provide acronyms to every single tropical system this year and should accurately describe what has happened. For instance, didn't we have, what was it, Gonzalo? Yeah, Gonzalo. Gonzalo. We'll create a little thing right here. Alright, I'll go first, guys. I'll go first. Boom. That's my acronym for Gonzalo. If you guys remember, it was supposed to be a hurricane that died due to dry weather, to the dry air. Shitstorm. How about Sally? We might as well do Sally as well. We might as well. But I'll do it like this time. So Sally, storm of all. Oh wait, all. Actually, you know what? Let's make it all uppercase. Sally. There we go. Storm of all. What are we filling in for the L's? I don't know. Storm of all Louisiana. Showing people areas losing life. Yes. Jeez, that sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie. Pika-fan, what's up? Storm of all Louisiana. Likely yeeting away. Close enough. There we go. That sounds about right. Welcome to Pictionary. Where we don't. Can you imagine if there was a hurricane Pictionary and literally someone was like, "Okay, what hurricane is this? Guess what type of hurricane this was." I bet you won't guess. You'll probably say it's Katrina. But no, it's not. It's Wilma. And you got it wrong. So now you gotta go. Can you imagine playing Hurricane Pictionary? You would have to actually get the picture of it in order to do so. I mean, that's just... Rita, ripping it to ashes. Sounds about right, to be completely honest with you. Welcome to Rita. I'm pretty sure Hurricane Pictionary would be a terrible idea. Oh boy. Dorian, I sat over the bombs. Yeah, that is true. For I'm gonna say unfathomable random mass area flooding. Unfathomable random mass area flooding seems legit. I'd win at that game. Everyone would win because literally it's just drawing a hurricane symbol and then being like, no, it's not Sandy. It is Dorian, you know, or it is Rita, or it is Andrew. You know, it's just bleh. Top 10 game of all games, true facts. What in the world? Oh yeah. I think this was the thing that I was actually... Yeah, they have the right to copyright that one. Me being an idiot. National area of telling X's. Seems legit. If only I had a lot. I don't. I only have like 2. One of them's very nice, by the way. No disrespect whatsoever. It does seem as if time is winding down a little bit due to the fact that, you know, this thing kind of just isn't as big as you typically would like it to be. But you know what? You know, it is what it is. Classic. There's still this dude who doesn't even know weather. Who's live streaming. I don't want this guy to live stream severe weather. I don't think he knows what's going on. Which, by the way, I have to say this real quickly. To all the people who live stream hurricanes and who don't know what's going on, it's going to be so funny watching them try to live stream severe weather and keep up with the weather. Because if whenever severe weather happens, they're going to be looking at it, they're going to be saying, oh look, it's rain and there's a bunch of wind. And they won't know what's the difference between what could be a tornado, what's happening to the tornado, what the hail is going to be like. It's going to be so funny. There's going to be only a select few of people who actually know what's going on and what they're talking about. It's quite hilarious, actually. It's quite hilarious. Actually, one thing I want to do real quickly. I want to go on to Snap Maps. I said that there isn't really a lot of videos, but I may have actually lied. I don't know what's going on officially. So let's take a look at Lake Charles. There's got to be some sort of flooding here. And indeed, look at that. There's already some aerial flooding across the board. Trees! Oh, my woman, Shindai. Nani? Irma. Slow ass line looting Heatacane. Yes, that sounds about right, because that's what Sandy did. It just said, you know what, I'm turning in and I'm doing things. True facts. We don't need to take a look at people's children. Go away. Disgusting! So. Okay, well, oh, TJ Brody re-signed with the Leafs. 4 years. For 4 years. For 4 years. How much cap space? Wait, that's a $5 million deal. How much cap space does the Leafs have? Leafs don't have any cap space. Leafs can't get Pietrangelo anymore. Well, that's quite hilarious, if I do say so myself. It's quite hilarious. I mean, I guess. So the Leafs acquire, or they re-sign Brody. Wait, do they re-sign Brody? No, Brody was a part of the Flames, and now he's going to Toronto. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Anyways, that's kind of a bit of the end of the stream here. There isn't really a whole lot for me to talk about anymore. I would love to sit around and chat with you all. And if you guys do want to go onto my Discord channel, or not my Discord channel, my Discord server. There's been a lot of issues on how people have been underage getting into Discord, so I'll say this much. You have to be 13 and above, 13 or older to join Discord. Or else you get temporary banned until you're 13. So hope to God I don't find you if you are actually under 13. But there is my Discord server. I'll spam the heck out of it because why not? There is that. Otherwise, I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna come back onto Discord, and then I'm gonna talk with some of you all. We're all just gonna chill out. Isn't that a rule? Yes, that is. 100% that is a rule. You have to be 13 or older. What I may need to do is to where they can, they have to look at the rules and stuff like that. I may do that sooner or later. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I actually had fun doing this stream. Reminded me. Of course, something lags at the last second. Welcome to life. That's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm going to eat. I will see you all on Discord if you all want to talk to me on there. Otherwise, I will see you on the next stream whenever there is probably going to be some sort of severe weather hitting the United States. If there's a tropical system, then maybe. Maybe. And if there's something that hits the coast, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to chase it for you all. So it'll be a pretty nice little live stream. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.